what are your thoughts on language barriers? You all just touched on this briefly, but this person specifically is saying we are looking into translating our forums into Spanish, but we realize we don't have the staff to do that. As a result, we have been slow to roll out this effort. Is that approach okay and better than doing nothing, or do we need to have that language available on all interactions to make it successful?
I think language barrier, is a major problem. I mean, we have to make sure that we're doing enough on language access. And, one is recognizing, what the language barrier is. There are many times people go into a community and make an assumption and think if I go in, kind of like what Adrianica had already mentioned, English and Spanish, they're all set. Coming from Michigan, we have, a very large Arabic community. And if we were not producing, our messages and our information in Arabic as well, we would be losing out on a major population. And that goes for just all different kinds of communities, and it's not just to limit it to those, but I think is recognizing what is the barrier. And what can we do to help overcome that? And there are many different services that can help, even on a contract basis, to help you get and produce and publish forms and information that are probably easier to reach and access than you probably think. And then also figuring out other mechanisms, especially if it is verbal, and how we can access that with other forms and other information. So I think those are all key. And then I'll also go back to making sure that we're speaking in plain English as well, because sometimes we can get caught into this. And I think Nathan touched on this. We start talking about things and we're so far ahead. So that's what I would say on language access.